Okay, well, welcome everyone. It is great to have you here. Thank you so much. My name is Brenda Thomas, and I'm a sales director with Mary Kay, and we are going to be having fun tonight, focusing on brows, making them wow brows and luscious lips. Okay, so just a couple things. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time and being here, and thank you for supporting your Mary Kay Beauty Consultants in her business. You know, it is an unusual time, and so we're so grateful to be able to gather in this way right now during this pandemic, to be able to just see each other face to face. And so we're excited to offer this to you tonight. Feel free to be on gallery view so you can see people and interact. Again, we have the chatting happening. Feel free to chat as we go. So thank you for supporting your Mary Kay Beauty Consultants. If you are a consultant, I'd want to see all the consultants give a wave, okay? If you're a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, woohoo, congratulations, and thank you for being on, Jean and Teresa and Nicole and Carrie and Barbie and Sandy and Ruth, and also Julie Scalisi, who is my Senior Sales Director. What a privilege and honor to have you on here tonight too. And Michelle Stewart is on as well. So congratulations, Mary Kay Beauty Consultants. If you are a guest, if you are a customer, give a wave. We want to give you guys recognition as well. If you are an awesome Mary Kay customer, we so appreciate you guys, Tammy and Kathy and Ellen and Lisa and Stephanie and Angie and Kyle and Joan and Laura and everyone who's a customer, Betsy. Thank you guys so much for supporting your Mary Kay Beauty Consultant in her business. It really does mean the world to her. For some of us, this is our full-time career. This is what pays the mortgage. And so thank you guys so very much. We have 3 goals tonight, okay? 3 goals. Number 1 is sharing the product. We are so excited to show you our premier product tonight, specifically focusing on brows and lips. But I'm telling you what, we have the best product in anything. Skincare, body care. And so if you haven't experienced that, please talk with your consultants, or you can be a part of another session that we're doing. And so thank you to our customers. That means the world to your consultants for supporting her in her business. The second thing we're looking for tonight is maybe you're like, oh my gosh, this is totally awesome. And I haven't seen my family and friends lately because I'm quarantined. So why don't we do this with my family and friends? So you can actually book your own virtual experience. That might be like this, using the vehicle of Zoom, or maybe it's Facebook Live, or also a one-on-one. If you're just like, I'd like to learn this one-on-one, that is okay too. But we are looking for people who are willing to book virtual appointments with us right now, because that is how we're working our businesses at this moment. And then the third thing we're looking for is, you might be like, oh my gosh, yeah, if she can do this, I can totally do this. This is not brain surgery. Okay. So, right, Teresa? Anyway, so if you're thinking, I might want to know more about becoming a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, or I might want to do that, I'm actually offering an after party tonight that you can stay on and ask questions at no obligation. Becoming a Mary Kay Consultant wasn't anything I ever thought I would do in a million years. And I'm so grateful that I have had the opportunity to work on business now for 24 years. That is about our 3 things we're looking for. So our main focus again is showing you our premier products, and I can't wait because Barbie has been setting up on brows, and in a moment she's going to be showing us how to do our brows. And this is not only great for our customers, but also for consultants as well, to see and learn, and for us to continue to learn. So piece of paper. Everyone, customer and consultants, I would recommend a piece of paper so you can take notes. But customers also a piece of paper. This is what you're going to write on the piece of paper. On one side, you're going to write the word wish list, okay? So on one side of that paper, if you would, all of our guests tonight, write the word wish list. So wish list, that means as you see things tonight, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks fun. Yes, that is something I'm going to want. Maybe not today, but I am going to want to remember that. Let's jot that down on a wish list, okay? Because even the faintest ink is better than the most retentive memory. Wouldn't you agree? So let's write that down. On the other side of the paper, you are going to make a tic-tac-toe board, okay? So I am right now making a tic-tac-toe board. I'm making lines going down and lines going across like I am going to play the game tic-tac-toe. So I should have 9 squares total, 9 squares, tic-tac-toe, okay? We are gonna play this game tonight, okay? This is how it works. As you are seeing products, okay, you are going to see some things by different consultants focusing on brows and lips. And if you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, my cosmetic bag needs that product today. My face is screaming, I want it now, okay? If there's an item or a set that you're like, I want that, write that on your tic-tac-toe board. So you go on anyone, like let's say I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that brow liner. Oh yeah, I need that cleanser, blah, blah. If I'm filling up and I'm getting a tic-tac-toe 3 in a row, we want to know. So as soon as you get tic-tac-toe, let me know because there are prizes involved. And so that would be any 3 products that you're like, I'm getting that today. I am getting that today. That makes a tic-tac-toe any direction. Okay? All right. Everyone clear on the game? Mm-hmm. Fabulous. Okay, got it. Okay, so right now we are going to get started, and feel free to be on speaker view if you want to see Barbie close up. She's going to be doing her eyebrows, and take it away, Barbie.
Hey, thanks. So it is very different because usually when I get glammed up, I actually start with my eyebrows. So I feel a little naked from here up right now. But I use eyebrows to shape my face. I contour and brows. So if I were to wear anything during the day, it would be like, if I could only choose a couple of products, it would definitely be, you know, our skincare foundation, but then brows are the very first thing I put on next because seriously, as people get older, they lose this little chunk right there. You see that? And a brow is something that is so easy to pop on, but like take decades off yourself. Especially if people ever have white or silver starting to form in them, then this would be a game changer for you. So first, I just want to talk about our precision liner. I'm going to talk about some of the products first before I demonstrate what I'm going to do. I'm going to do our night out brow tonight to match the rest of my look here. So first, I'm going to show the precision liners. These 2, we do have 5, but these 2 are the blonde and the dark blonde. And if you are like, I have no idea what my color would be, I'm about to share some tips that would tell you what your color would be, or your consultant, they would probably have a really good guess, okay? So first, about this precision liner, I'm gonna take the blonde one here. Something about our precision liner is it has this micro tip and it never needs sharpening. So even after using, the tip is still fine. That's why they make it so tiny. It makes feathery light strokes that look like real hairs if you want them to look like real hairs. Also, it's blendable and buildable, so it does not smudge or fade. It's kind of life-proof. So we want to put on some life-proof brows. You don't want to, you know, leave work with one eyebrow, right? So there are 5 shades to choose from. One is blonde, like I said. One is dark blonde. One is brunette. One is dark brunette, and one is black brown. Okay. So how do you choose a shade? Here's some tips, okay? First, you should choose a shade that is lighter than your actual brow hairs. That would give you a more natural look, okay? 2, do we have any gorgeous redheads out there? If you are one of those, you would choose blonde for strawberry blonde hair. And brunette or dark brunette for red or auburn hair. Those are direct recommendations from the company who formulated the colors that they are meant to go with that type of hair. So if you need me to repeat that, let me know. Tip number 3, for gray or silver brow hairs, try filling in the brows with a blonde or a dark blonde liner, okay? Tip number 4, and this tip is for everyone. Your brows don't need to be as dark or as bright as your hair color. Okay, many people, it is not natural to have the same exact color brow as your hair. If you've ever noticed, In fact, if you think of most natural blondes, their brows are typically darker than their hair color. I even called one of my twins over because she is super blonde. And I'm like, come here, I need to see your eyebrows. Because when I read this, I'm like, I have to look at eyebrows right now. And then on the other side of that, ladies with dark hair who choose they would choose a dark brown. But if you choose like a dark brown or a black, that would give you kind of like a dark, like a harsh look. So tip number 5 is for you. For jet black hair, try combining black brown with a brunette or dark brunette for dimension. You want to give your brows some dimension. So don't worry if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm a lazy girl or I don't have much time in the morning. I do have tips for you as well, but I am going to be doing a more complicated eyebrow. Okay. So then I want to talk quickly about the volumizing brow tint. And while I apply them, you can ask questions if you want, okay? This has microfibers in it that cling to the hairs for fuller, lush looking brows, okay? So almost like a little mascara wand, I would take it and get the rest off. So even those with like thin, sparse, faded, over tweezed, or even flat brows, you would see a visible boost using this. It's also considered life-proof, so it won't fade or budge throughout your workday or through your workout. Your brow will stay. And how many of you, like, give a wave to your camera if you lived through the 90s and maybe you plucked a little too much, okay? Some people pluck so much that their hair doesn't grow back, all right? So we have nice things for feathery looking hair or brow tint if you have few hairs left and you can make them bigger, okay, or more plush. And then some have brows that have like struggled to grow back, and that's why we would have this with the optics, okay? Now I'll admit I like to be lazy in the morning and I don't have a lot of time sometimes, so grabbing and applying a quick brow tint can be all you need for what I like to call the lazy girl brow. Okay, that's what Mary Kay calls it when I was watching their training. So why have both though? Okay, they serve 2 different purposes. So most people will want both working together. Precision liner helps define and it fills the brows. And then the brow tint is going to add volume and it actually tames the brows. So if anyone is like, no, I can't add that, I have too bushy of brows, it actually tames them. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. So when I'm not doing my lazy girl brows, here's what I do. Okay, glasses are off. Oh, okay. So I have a mirror under my camera. So if you're like, Barbie, you're not in the camera anymore, let me know. Okay. So the night out brow is interesting. I was just reading about that, and that is where you take 2 different precision liners, okay? And you do the lighter liner on the first third, and then you do the darker liner on the next 2/3, okay? Also, there's specific places where to put your liner. So I'm going to start. And maybe I'll just do one brow for now for time's sake, and I'll do the other one while you guys are talking, okay? So where you start is you wanna put your precision liner right up to your nose, okay? And we want it parallel with your nose because right there is where you would start your brow. Because I don't have glasses on, I'm gonna have to lift my mirror a little bit, so. Okay, so I know I'm going to start it right there, and I just am feathering. Some people want a brow that is not as natural looking, okay? They want one that maybe, ever see like the real defined lines outside of the brow? Or they want it to have a definite edge, okay? I don't like to have a definite edge. I like it to be more natural, so that's why I'm sticking with just little light little feather strokes. Then I'm gonna take the dark blonde precision liner. And the next spot, okay, that was there. If you're like, where do I put my eyebrow? You put it here is one dot, and then you line up with the corner of your nose and your iris. All right, so like the black part of your eye, you line it up there to find where that arch should be. And if you want, you could put a dot there, just so you know. Okay? I've been doing my brows for so long, I don't have to do that though, so I'm just gonna go to town in a moment. And then where you end your brow is by putting your precision liner at the end of your nose and the corner of your eye. So you see I have it right at the edge of my eye. So the end of the brow should end right over here for me. And as you can see, it's pretty scarce over there. So give me a moment. Oh, I have a puppy that's yelling. So I'm just doing little light feathery strokes because I do like it to look more natural. But again, I'm doing the night out brow, okay? So the night out brow might be a little darker than usual, okay? I'm just trying to give myself a little shape. Okay, so that would be like the first layer. Now, can you see this? I don't have my glasses on. Does this show up pretty well?
Yes.
Do I have an eyebrow yet? Okay, good.
I can see it. It's looking good.
Perfect. So then next I'm going to use is our precision or our brow tint. I'm going to use it in dark blonde. Blonde is nice. Dark blonde has a little auburn tint to it. And right now I have a little auburn in my hair. So like I said, you lift it up and you just get off the excess because there is quite a bit of product in the bottle, which is great. And you can save it for later. Okay. This is the one with the little optics. Okay. And this one, what you want to do is you want to start where the fullest part of your brow is and gently just brush very lightly, touch the hairs. And I just realized, usually I brush my brow before I start brows. So I'm kind of with this thing, brushing my brow hair where it belongs. Okay. Everyone is so quiet. All right. So I have a little brow there. Before I start my brows, typically I will take this. Any of you consultants know what Mary Kay calls this?
It's the
Anyone? Yes, a spoolie. Good job, Carrie. You win.
I just love that word. It's
a spoolie. I did not know that. So this is our brow brush. Okay, and in our set, like we have a big brow set. If you wanted to exchange a different brush for this brush, you could do that. But this brow brush is awesome. You can actually apply liner or eyeliner or like powder to your brow with that end. And on this end, it's a spoolie. That's exactly what it's called. And after I put on my foundation, I like to do foundation before brows. Some people do it the other way. Before I would do a brow, typically I would brush out. Okay, so all the hair is going one direction. Then the second part, and you wouldn't think this makes a big difference, but it really does. You brush up, okay? So that, and it looks crazy for a little bit, like all your hair is standing straight up. Okay, and then you brush it down, you just comb it down. And then you can go ahead and start your brow like that. So that's how you tame that down. And then also at nighttime, I would apply the lash and brow building serum if I am like, hey, I really want to get my hair back. This contains an essential nutrient boost and a peptide and red clover extract, and it improves the appearance and the health of your brow and your lashes. So if you want to apply it to lashes and brows, of the ladies who used this or tried this out, there were 196 lash participants, and they noticed less breakage in the eyelashes as well. So they were more malleable and less breaky. So that is really neat for a little addition to a brow. All right. Oh, and then after you have the brow the way you want it, or let's say you made a couple mess ups, the next step in the night out brow would be taking a perfecting concealer, okay? And any spots where you would like a finer edge, you pop it on a cream color brush and you would just go around those areas, okay? So if I wanted to have like a real defined brow area, you could put it around that, okay? Find a color that matches your foundation, but that's part of the Night Out Brow for Mary Kay. And then also, the last step is adding a highlight. Let me see what I'm doing here for a second though. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right. Okay, so the last thing is a highlight, and the highlight, you can pick any of our colors if you want, but I'm going to use Biscotti. Biscotti I like because it is matte, and I'm someone with the hooded eye, which means this kind of drapes right there, right? So, Jean, you like that. So anyway, I'm gonna take a little Biscotti with my all over powder brush, okay? And the reason I choose a matte is because I have the hooded eye, I don't want to I want my lid to be the sparkly thing on my eye, okay? So then I just take that and you just pop it on your brow bone. You can go all the way in if you want, but I want most of that highlight on this side here. Okay, so that is how I lift my face. I give my face an instant facelift. What do you guys think?
Very nice.
Any questions?
So if you don't have hair, because I have 3 scars, I end up kind of drawing like a bridge and then trying to connect a little bit because there's a scar here, I got a scar here, and there's a scar there.
Yeah, and when you wear your brows, I would never know that.
Well, and then, of course, like you said, they're twins, but they're not identical.
Yeah. Yes, your brows are sisters, but they are not identical twins. They're like my twins, which are complete opposites. So
right.
This brow of mine is definitely higher than my other, but I really don't think when I go out in public, people are like, what's with that? So I'm gonna see if there's any questions. Well, thanks, Michelle. Says it good, looks good. Thanks.
Yeah, it does look really nice.
Thank you, Barbie. I loved learning too about like putting concealer.
Yeah, to shape it.
To sharpen it. Yeah, or the Biscotti right here underneath. That's really neat. Thank you for doing your research. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Yay.
So Barbie, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just doing regular daytime brows, not your night out brow, you use your precision liner. Do you always use the volumizing brow tint, even for if it's not the night out?
That is an excellent question. It depends on your brow personality, right?
Okay.
It depends what your brow is right now and also what you want from your brow. So I actually will do either. I will either, like if I'm like in a hurry and I only have time to grab one thing, I personally have tried either. I've lately started to switch to just doing the brow tint if I'm in a rush,
Really?
because the brow tint, yeah, and I can do that quick on.
Now, as you commented though, as you get a little older, you lose the color in your brows. So what if you're at that point, the brow tint, will it do that much?
Yes, they both will cover that, but the brow tint would cover better.
Okay.
But again, they do 2 different things.
Okay.
The precision liner really fills in the spots.
Yeah, that's what I always use.
Yep. So if that's what you're looking for, you could fill in the spots. But if I barely touched myself there, but the brow tint, I love the way it makes this part of my brow fuller, and it makes my brow more uniform and matches. So it kind of tames, I gotta have the mirror here. It kind of tames the hair over here because I'm bushier here. Okay.
Does it stay on a little better with the tint?
I think it does.
Both stay on, but you'll notice more with the tint.
Yeah, that's a good one.
In addition.
Okay.
So I want to start where I'm bushiest, okay? And then over here, I think with the volumizing tint, to me, it looks more natural because it's adding to this spot that was so sparse. And when you have the precision liner, you can make little feathery strokes, but it doesn't look the same.
Okay.
So most people prefer to put this and then this over top.
Okay. Thank you.
Joan,
Is there
I think you'd like them
powder?
both.
You think I'd like both?
I do. I think you'd like to layer it because that second one adds that volume and gives the illusion of hair or colors the hair that's turning gray.
Okay. Yeah. And she's right. Toward the bottom, it does tend to need a little more. Okay. Thank you.
Also, like at first I was scared I would make a mistake. So this does take it off very well. Our eye makeup remover. I always like to say that because, you know, otherwise I'll get nervous. Like I might make a mistake though, and then I look weird for a whole day. No, you can erase it. That's our eraser. And then the other thing is once you have your brow set, you could translucent powder over. I would prefer the finishing spray over top. So let's say you just rocked out a brow and you're like, I want that to stay on as long as possible. That means that you want to have your finishing spray and spray that on over top.
Take a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Barbie, I have another scenario. I have my eyebrows tattooed on because I lost the hair in my eyebrows. And that's been probably over 5 years ago, the last time I did that. And so now instead of a brownish, they're kind of getting gray, and I have gray hair. So Nicole and I had talked that I probably wouldn't use the brow tint because that's applied on the hairs.
Right.
So the precision liner maybe would be what I would want just to fill in and get a little color.
Yes, and you have no hair there, right?
Right, and see, they're really faint. I don't know if you can even see them.
Yep, I see them.
Okay.
I see them, and there's zero hair. Is that right?
You know, there are little hairs that I have to pluck around and about, but
Sure.
Where you don't want them.
If you have any hair, I would try the tint, but Nicole knows, and Nicole actually is like our eyebrow queen. She does her eyebrows phenomenally. You should be doing this. So this is also the Lash Brow Serum. If you're like, ooh, I want to grow that back, you might be able to get some hair to grow back with that.
Well, that'd be interesting. I'd wonder about that.
Yeah. That, and then in the meantime, the precision liner, because really this fine tip, it can mimic hairs, especially if you have a little hair, and then you can put these in between for like Teresa.
Sure.
Connect the dots.
Yeah.
So I've also seen gals.
Kathy, you can use an eyeshadow too. Sometimes for on your star, Teresa, like hazelnut eyeshadow from Mary Kay can do a spot type thing on scarring or
the powder.
Lisa Tinker, are the eyebrow products waterproof? You're picturing yourself coming out of the water with your eyebrows washed away. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I was actually looking at that today. I was researching on that today. They call them life proof. They do not call them waterproof. However, I go swimming a lot, and I have my eyebrows when I come back up. And never does one eyebrow vanish and the other's there. Like it always looks fine. If you go underwater and you're like, ooh, okay, they might come off. But gentle, like, I'm I'm emerging out of the water and I have my brows. You will have brows.
Oh, God.
They won't be like streaming down your face.
Awesome. Any other questions for Barbie about brows? I love it. It's a great discussion.
Is it liquidy or like the eyeliners? Okay, so the brow tint is liquidy. Oh, is the precision liner is not liquidy. Oh, okay, so is it like our eyeliners where it's creamy? Okay, let me show you. Michelle, this is for you. Wait, this is blonde. It's hard to see. Yeah, let me use a different one. All right, dark brunette, here we go. It is creamy, but it's not as creamy as our eyeliners, okay? This one you kind of have to, and if I can do little hairs, this one you kind of have to push harder. So it's not as creamy as our eyeliner pencils, if that's your question. All right, I was just catching up with the questions. Yeah, wear big sunglasses.
Okay, while Barbie's looking at those, it just as a reminder, guests, you have your tic-tac-toe board. So if you have written anything down, let me know again. If you get 3 in a row, if you have tic-tac-toe, let me know. And let's have a prize drawing, Carrie. Let's go to our pink prize patrol. Carrie Appleback. Woohoo!
I'm just sitting here admiring my eyebrows now. I like Barbie. I usually only ever use the tint because I have very thick brows, but I was excited to learn about the definer because like Teresa, I have like one spot where like there's a whole, like, I don't know what I did. So I was very excited to learn all the tricks. So you as a consultant, you're always learning.
Yeah.
So, all right. Did anybody else join on and come in late? I'm looking. Who is Betsy? I don't have Betsy down.
Okay.
Betsy, hi.
And who is?
I see you come on with my glasses off.
That's a consultant. That's Michelle Stewart.
All right. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
All right, we're going to pick another drawing because we are going to share some more love.
Stephanie.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, customers. Woo! Congratulations. We're sharing some love with you.
Yeah, so Michelle, you should go ahead and order it for your customer because like I said, they're 100% guaranteed. So if she isn't loving it, she can give it back and you can fill that in. And also, Carrie, a little correction. I do use both every day when I go to school. I'm a teacher.
Okay.
I like to have my brows covered when I'm a teacher because, you know, you can't give the teacher look without your good eyebrows.
This is very true.
Yeah.
An eyebrow just adds a little sense of urgency to every assignment.
Yes.
Barbie,
Okay.
that's called the evil eye.
Right?
So Barbie, thank you so much. That was fantastic. I am going to share right now. Thank you again so much for supporting your consultants in her Mary Kay business. And sometimes you might be like, hey, what does it matter if I use Mary Kay or some other brand or whatever? And so I just want to share a little bit of a couple things about Mary Kay, the company, okay? So did you know that Mary Kay, all the products are made in the United States. We have our own state-of-the-art manufacturing in Dallas, Texas. And we go by the European standards, which is awesome because it's a very high quality control. And we know that we're only putting the best things in our products. And I think Barbie just mentioned that we have a 100% guarantee on everything. It was about 3 weeks ago when the US government contacted Mary Kay and said, can you make hand sanitizer? So Mary Kay started making hand sanitizer on April 1st and started distributing it on April 3rd, which is amazing because 100% of it is donated and has been donated to over hundreds and hundreds of hospitals and people that are first responders with paramedics and firefighters and nurses. And so I'm so grateful for Mary Kay. And so it does really make a difference. And there's other great causes that Mary Kay stands for. One is to eradicate cancers, especially cancers affecting women, and the other one is ending domestic violence. And I just want to say, I started my Mary Kay business 24 years ago. Didn't plan on it, went to school for teaching, I'm very tomboyish. I did not wear makeup. I did not take care of my skin. And that's kind of when Mary Kay came into my life. And I'd never heard of Mary Kay. I didn't know if it was even real. Like I'd heard of pink Cadillacs, but I didn't know if they were real or whatever. And so I signed my agreement like in December of 1995, and it was in 1996, before it was popular, that Mary Kay started the Mary Kay Foundation and started to donate to eradicating cancers way back then in 1996. And I'm so thankful for that. And now, since that has started, Mary Kay has donated over $78 million to those two causes. And almost every shelter across the state of Wisconsin has received a grant from Mary Kay. They give out grants every year to domestic violence shelters. And so it is so neat to know that Mary Kay does good. So it makes a difference what you wash your face with. And if you haven't, experienced the skincare, I definitely would recommend that, because our skin we have for life. How we take care of it or don't take care of it really does make a difference cumulatively. So did you know when you wash your face with Mary Kay, you are directly investing in a woman or man who owns their own business. So thank you again. That's making an impact in your consultant's lives and her dreams. And when you are choosing to wash your face with Mary Kay or use our brow stuff, did you know you're supporting our local economy? And the money that you choose to spend with your Mary Kay consultant goes right back into our community. And did you know that Mary Kay is founded on treating others as you want to be treated, the golden rule. And also we live by the philosophy of your faith first, your family second, your career third, and having a company that has those values has been such a blessing to so many of us in our Mary Kay businesses. Yes, and so I'm frequently asked sometimes, like, how did you get started with Mary Kay? And so I just want to say that, didn't plan on it, but I had a facial and I fell in love with how my skin felt. And that made all the difference. And I'm so, so grateful for that, because it has given me the freedom and the flexibility to make my own schedule, to be a work from home mom the last 20 years. In fact, my oldest is 18, so I left corporate before I ever was pregnant. and it's crazy how fast time goes, and the neat thing to be able to be on all the field trips and all the things with the kids, even when they are at the age they don't want you there. You can be there. And I've earned 12 free cars from Mary Kay, and I don't say that to brag, but I want you to know real people do earn real cars, and even a part-time consultant. I earned my first one when I was teaching full-time, and earned it in June, July, and August, went back to my full-time job with a brand new car for a part-time side job. And you could have that too. And Barbie here has a free car currently. She is a full-time mom of 4. Her oldest just turned 10. Is that right, Melanie? Did Melanie just turn 10? Yes. And she also works full-time. And right now, so many of us are maybe working way more than we were before the pandemic, and maybe homeschooling our own children as well, right? And so giveaway of Barbie, though, she earned her first car in September, and the red thread. If you're part of her team, give away. I know we've got some team members on too. Michelle Stewart.
Yeah, some team that was a part of that. That was awesome.
Absolutely.
It sits in my driveway.
so great. So if you are later like, hey, I'm kind of intrigued, or I'd be kind of open to hearing about Mary Kay at no obligation, I'd love to have you stay on the after party. We do have prizes for that too. Sometimes you might be like, hey, what type of people are you looking for? Because maybe it's not for you, but maybe it's for someone else that you know. And let me just say, maybe you know a corporate woman who enjoys her job but works hard, and she's really sacrificing. And so maybe she's looking for another option. Or maybe you know a single mom who needs freedom and flexibility around her children and maybe needs to earn more money. I love with Mary Kay that we can get paid what we're worth instead of what a job is worth. Or maybe you know an at-home mom or a college student who wants some income or flexibility. Or maybe you know someone who wants it all. And that was me. And so I want you to know that that this definitely, I believe, is the best opportunity in the land, and we live in the land of opportunity. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to move on, because right now Nicole Carl is going to be sharing about our satin lips. How many of you get dry lips at all? I think you're going to love this. So Nicole, let me just see where you are. You're going to take it away, Nicole.
There's 2 steps: our Shea Sugar Scrub, which is an exfoliant, and then our Shea Butter Balm. This is going to prep your lips for the lip gloss, the lip liner, the lipstick that you want to wear to look gorgeous in. So the first step is our Shea Sugar Scrub, and you're just going to take a little bit of it, and it's got a gritty texture to it. I don't know if you can see that. Where's my finger? And you're just gonna put it on. Circle motions, leave it on for about 30 seconds. Rub it around, and then when you're ready, you'll just go ahead and wipe it off. And again, that's an exfoliant, so that's gonna take the dead skin cells off, help prep your lips, make them smooth. And then we have the Shea Butter Balm, which is like a chapstick, I guess, if you will. You can put this on multiple times a day if you want. The Shea Sugar Scrub is recommended to do 2 to 3 times a week. And then you just put your Shea Butter Balm on for smooth lips. And then you're ready to go ahead and put your lip gloss, your lipstick, whatever you want on to add a little bit of color to your lips. Yeah.
Yay! Thank you very much, Nicole. Woo! Love those satin lips. And so another lip option I just wanted to share is our Sunblock Lip Protectant. This is our Sunblock Lip Protectant. It has SPF 15. And so you can use the scrub that Nicole just showed, and you can also do this on the lips instead of the lip Shea scrub that she was showing, or the Shea balm, excuse me. This is awesome, and it is like chapstick, except it is not waxy, and definitely has more moisture and has the SPF for you. Oh, the other thing I like about this myself daytime, especially this time of year now, is the sun. And a lot of people's lips do get burned. And the other thing about the Sunblock Lip Protectant is I can put this on and it will not repel lip color. Sometimes when I use the lip balm that Nicole just showed, which I absolutely love, but I might not apply that immediately before lipstick, or it might not adhere so great. Okay, so that's just a thing about that. That's our Sunblock Lip Protectant. And I have one other thing I have to show you because we were looking at eyebrows earlier, right? So I just want to talk about, are any of you concerned about dark circles, fine lines, bags? You can pack your bags, people. You can pack your bags. This is our hydrogel eye patches. If you have not seen these, and I'm your consultant, I apologize, because these are life-changing, okay? What these are, there are patches in here that, and it's got even a little protective cover when I open it up. It's a jar filled with 60 eye patches. These were featured on Good Morning America. They are pink and sparkly. Okay, pink and sparkly. And what you do is you use the little spatula, you take them out, and then you put it, and it's just soaked in this amazing serum, and you put it right underneath here. And you have less fine lines, increased hydration, less dark circles, less puffiness immediately, basically 20 minutes. You leave them out for 20 minutes, you take them off. If you want to see before and after of me that I did that, I can send it to your consultants and you can see it. It is amazing. They totally work. So if I was to use these, they're recommended twice a week. Leave them on for 20 minutes. You can do it morning or night. I've even left them on overnight. Very, very effective. Wow. I've never seen anything before that corrects immediately in 20 minutes. Pack your bags, people. I do eye patches. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on now. Again, you've got your tic-tac-toe board, so if there's something, you know, things you see, write down your wish list, write in your tic-tac-toe. But we're gonna move on now to Teresa, who's gonna be telling us about the Age Fighting Lip Primer and Lip Liner. So take it away, Teresa. Woo!
Yay, okay. Everybody, kiss your lip lines goodbye, okay? So we have the Time-Wise Age Fighting Lip Primer. And prior to this, I did do what Nicole showed everybody, the Shea Sugar Scrub and condition my lips. So the first thing you want to do to have effective lips is to have conditioned lips. So this is the lip liner. I'm sorry, the lip primer. Sounds like it. And this is for fighting the look of the fine lines and wrinkles that we can get around our lips. And this is something that you can apply around your lip line. So you don't want to just keep it within the lip. You want to go ahead and do outside of it also. Not crazy. But that is to extend your lipstick wear, to prevent feathering or bleeding, and to prepare a canvas, if you will, for our lip liner. So why do we use lip liner? Well, there's benefits from lip liner, and it extends the color, extends the wear of your lipstick, not necessarily the color. It keeps it from feathering, like I had said. It can balance uneven lip shades. So if you have like a big birthmark or something there that you're concerned about, or uneven shades, it will balance that coloring. It defines your Cupid's bow, and it can give you an illusion of much fuller lips. So the lips are now primed. And how do you choose a lip liner? We have 8 waterproof shades, and I have just 3 of them here. And I kind of thought that I did a pretty good job of matching my colors. I like to do deeper, brighter colors because I can. And but I have Rose, which I would pair with Mauve Moment. Where is it? It's here. So there's your mauve, and here's the rose, and I guess we should put them together. That way you can see them better, sorry. So those kind of match, hey? Unless you're colorblind, then you're really messed up. Then you better have a consultant. Stat, okay. The other thing is too, and before I go further, is to match your lip color. So if you have kind of a more nude or a paler color, some people have more flesh tone, more pink. So I've thought, and I've done it, the lip liner, which this is deep nude, I believe. I can't see, let's see, where does it say that? Oh, it's medium nude, I'm sorry. And with ginger spice, I thought that was a good fit.
Blue glass on the sink.
Okay. And then I will do my demonstration with my apple berry. So I have berry liner, and then the apple berry lipstick. But you can also, like, if you're going to go more natural, use just like the medium nude or the nude, and then you can put, like, this is the lip gloss. This is, I forget the name here. It's something to do with, oh, it's on the bottom, sorry. Silver Moon, hello. And then here's Fancy Nancy. That's also kind of a more neutral or not so flashy. One of the things on the caps is a sharpener. You take that apart, you've got this little sharpener that can help you to define the tip of the liner if you need it more defined. So that just goes, you can just screw that in there a little bit. And that kind of, I discovered that by default when I was pulling off the lid, and I'm like, oh, what happened? Oh, hello, there it is. Okay, so let's see. There was something else I was gonna say about the primer. Yes, I remembered. It has a vitamin E derivative. Let me see. I put this down here. It's formulated with an emollient that helps maintain soft, smooth, and supple appearance of the skin. And the vitamin E derivative, known as a free radical scavenger, And this ingredient helps protect the skin from damaging effects of free radicals generated by the environment. So then I looked up, free radicals, what in the heck is that? And hang on. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. It says it's a substance such as an antioxidant that helps protect cells from the damage caused by free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that are made during normal cell metabolism, chemical changes that take place in the cell. They can build up in cells and cause damage to other molecules. This damage can increase the risk of cancer and other diseases. So it's just a good protection. All right, so want to get your lip liner, and I don't know if you guys are seeing me okay, and I'm doing this right into my iPad, so. All right, hang on. Why do I feel crooked? Here we go. All right, start at the top of the Cupid's bow and X down. You want to see the X. Then you want to make, like I say, a tiny little smiley face right directly under the X on your bottom lip. Don't need much pressure. These are very smooth and creamy. They blend real nice or roll over your skin nicely. And of course with the primer, that's what helps that. All right, starting at the bottom corner and going up to meet the peak of the Cupid's bow. So far we got the line. I guess I made a smudge here. And then you want to fill in. And if you leave it like this, it looks like you have an outline. But if you fill it in, that's where you get the extension of the length of your color. It adheres a little better. Just looking in my mirror. Not too bad. So then we want to put apple berry over my berry. Ta-da!
Yay! That was awesome.
There you go.
Teresa, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Does anyone have any quick questions for Teresa? Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's give Teresa a round of applause.
Hey.
Makes my teeth whiter
I just
too.
want to say, I know someone has a question of having smaller lip. How you can give the illusion of a larger lip. I mean, and Teresa talked about using lip liner. You can go kind of on the edge. You can also use concealer and go on top of your lips and then line and just be on the outer edge. And especially, I think someone was wondering about the upper lip. So that works very well for making a larger upper lip, actually.
So you're saying you have to put your canvas down, which is your concealer, and then draw. Yes. Otherwise, you'll see the difference between the lip and the top. Yep.
Yep.
Kind of like the eyebrow trick.
Yeah. There's a lot of great uses for concealer. Okay, awesome. So we are going to move on right now to Jean Hermanson, who's going to be showing us her lip lacquer that she's got on and maybe telling us a thing about that. All right, take it away, Jean.
I'm loving the lip lacquer. It comes in 3 shades. We have rose, it's a neutral. We have we have cherry, which is flattering on anyone, whether you think it is or not. And then we have a plum, which is the burgundy berry family. Each box has 3 pieces in it. It comes with a 2-step process, your color, your sealer, and then your eraser when you're all done. So these are the 3 colors. Tonight I'm going to do, my favorite is cherry. And while Teresa was demonstrating the liner, I went ahead and put my liner on. Some people don't use a liner with the lip lacquer because they think it they think the lacquer won't stay on with it. What I do is I cheat and I put it around my lips to make my lips look even bigger. And because I can't draw inside the line. Let's be honest. Okay, couple tricks to this. You want to do a lot of, not a lot, you want to do prep work. So the night before you want to wear the sugar scrub, do the sugar scrub that Nicole demonstrated. And before you put this on, you want to do the lip balm and then let it sink in or wipe it off. So another trick is, I'm going to say a lot before I do it because you have to hold your lips open to dry. And I can't talk with my lips open. So you want to do one smooth motion. So I'm going to do that now. And then they want you to hold your lips open. Until it, if you stick your lips together, they will stick. So you're going to let it dry a little bit. And because I have very pronounced lips, I usually only do 1 coat. They do recommend if you want a more intense color that you go ahead and do another coat. Normally I would let it dry a little more. Try not to be painting, like just try to do one smooth motion. And then you're gonna let it dry. And you'll be able to tell it's not, if you go to put the sealer on and you end up with color on your tip, you know you didn't let it dry. So we're gonna give it a few minutes. The lip lacquer is infused with sodium hyaluronate to attract and maintain moisture. And that ensures longer lasting color performance. So I'm gonna go ahead and put and this is just clear. And that seals it. Now throughout the day, you're gonna want to reapply the sealer. You won't have to reapply the color. It's eat proof, kiss proof, drink proof, but you'll know when it's time to reapply sealer because you might get a little sour taste. And some people have said that it tingles a little bit when it goes on at first. I haven't experienced that, but it's nothing to worry about. And they said it doesn't hurt per se, it just tingles a little bit. The erase part is formulated with skin conditioning agents. So it's not harmful. It's got B5 and vitamin E and other things I can't pronounce. And this is nice at the end of the night when you want to go to bed, but it's also nice if you really can't draw inside the lines, then you just put a little dab, take a little cotton ball or a little Q-tip, I don't have a Q-tip, and just erase. And that's all I have.
Jean, your lips look awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm in awe of you being able to talk with that on your lips. Great.
There's not a lot that can keep me from talking.
Does anyone have any questions for Jean?
I have a question. You used just the shea butter balm just to condition your lips. You do not prime your lips.
No.
Because that would push it. It wouldn't adhere, correct?
Correct. You want clean, dry lips.
Yeah, gotcha.
And you had said to do the balm like in advance so it's soaked in. Or the
Right.
Or wipe it off, yeah.
So you got the dead skin soaked
Exactly.
off. Okay.
See, look. Oh,
Does it really last all day?
What's that?
Does it really last all day?
It really, really, really does.
I'll have to try it. Now that you showed me how to do it, I'll be better at it.
What you saw on my finger was the lip liner.
Oh, okay.
Because I forgot that I put that on.
Well, thank you so much. Guests, I hope that you had fun tonight. This was really great. So you might be like, oh my gosh, again, I would love to have a virtual thing with some of my friends and family. If you're open to that, please put in the comments or text your consultant now that you'll book, because you're getting a special drawing for that, okay? The other thing is, like, your biggest compliment you can pay us is to invite us into your home or a virtual party right now. But the other thing is, you might know some people. The cool thing about virtual is, you know, people can live anywhere in the United States, and we can connect virtually. And so if you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I've got a few friends, family, people I know, whether they live close or far, that I think would enjoy an experience like this. We love referrals. And so if you're open to that, you can either message your consultant right now, Facebook message her, or text her. And we have a special drawing for everyone who's referring 5 or more people. And let me just say that a couple things I say if you're going to refer someone is, number one, that they have to be nice. Okay, so only people that are nice, only refer them. Okay, but also if someone's 18 and older, that would be fantastic. And the other thing is, you may or may not know, but if you already know they already have a Mary Kay consultant, then don't refer them. You know, if you know, oh yeah, you know, Nicole's already your consultant, don't refer people that you know have a consultant. We love to connect with people who don't have a Mary Kay consultant or are looking for one or are using different products. We'd love to get their feedback. So that will be awesome. So those of you that are referring or saying you'll book, just message your consultant, because we have a special drawing for that we'd like you to get into. What we're going to do next is, and the final thing we're doing is, real quickly, consultants, I know many of us are wearing a lipstick shade or lip liner, and I'd love you to share what you have on your lips tonight, because we have different consultants here with our lips, and we'd love to just share what we're wearing. So I will say first, I'm wearing the medium nude lip liner and our Natural Beauty lipstick, which is from our True Dimensions line. And it does help with vitamin E. I mean, it kind of, that line does help with correcting fine lines and plumping the lips a little bit. So that's what I'm wearing. Okay. And let's see, Barbie, do you want to share what you have on? You have lips on, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have rose lip liner, which is a little dark for my lips. And then I put always apricot
Very nice.
over top. And it was a little pinky and flat for me. So I decided I'm going to spice it up with some golden lip gloss. And it has a little shimmer. And I love golden gloss over everything. Also, if you wear a gloss, it makes the lips look a little plumper. So I like that.
And Teresa, you did your lips in front of us. What you put on the medium nude lip liner?
No,
right?
no.
What do
One
you
of that. I have berry lip liner
Berry.
and appleberry. And I was just going to put some Silver Moon over and see if it makes them look plumper. Because I have thinner lips than most.
Yeah. Put it toward the center. That will give the illusion. Excellent, Teresa. We will take a look at that post. Okay, good. Other consultants that have lip color on right now. Sandy, I know you've got a lip color on.
Well, I don't do lip liner because after my stroke, I'm one-handed and I haven't conquered that yet. I tried.
Yeah.
And but I have the Spice and Nice 2 Dimensions lipstick on. And I love it because I like to wear red, but not a true red, you know? So I don't know if you can see it.
That looks great. That's like a brown red, isn't it?
Brick,
Yes.
kind of brick.
Mhm. Yes, yes. And I have so much gray in my eyebrows that I use the blonde, and it gives me a full darker look. And so I really like that. I had to add that in there. So
yes, thank you very much, Sandy.
yes.
Fabulous. And Carrie, do you have on a lip color?
I have the rose lip liner, and then I have the pink parfait lip gloss. It's also very light, so I kind of filled in a little bit with the lip liner and then just use that on top. Kind of a quick dash out the door.
Very
Looks
nice.
good.
All right, and do we have, Nicole, do you have a lip color on now?
Nope, I just have the satin lips on.
Okay, excellent. Is there any other consultant on that wants to share what lip color you have on? Julie, do you have a lip color on?
I do. I have a retired lip color on, and I'm trying to figure out what to convert to, because I still am hoarding like 2 tubes of it. It's the pink satin cream lipstick. So I don't know if you remember that color. It's been a while.
Yeah, did you say pink satin?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have the rose lip liner on and the pink satin lipstick, and I just got a couple from who's been in a while, you know, to find it. However, I'm looking for a conversion if anybody has any suggestions, if that remembers that color.
Excellent. I will think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Good. Okay. So
And
thank you everyone for getting on.
Jean's was cherry. Was Jean's color cherry?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Cherry
The
with
cherry
red liner.
Okay.
That is gorgeous. Yeah.
Matches my red jacket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for being on tonight. I am so glad that you chose to be a part. And so our guests on tonight, make sure you take a picture of your wish list and send it to your consultant, but also take a picture of your tic-tac-toe board, even if you didn't get a tic-tac-toe, what were maybe some things you were interested. We are offering some sets and specials tonight. Consultants, those were posted on the Facebook event. Barbie had made a pic collage and so did I. So those are the sets and specials we're going with. You can retrieve it there, or you can ask us to text it to you. But yeah, we'll text that or message that to our customers as well. And if you are interested in hearing more about Mary Kay, the opportunity, or open to hearing more at no obligation, we would love to do that. You can stay on for the after party and we'll have a drawing. But Carrie, let's have one more drawing here. Let's end this with one more drawing right now.
Betsy.
All right. Woohoo, Betsy! Sharing the love. Sharing the love. Congratulations. Betsy see. So again, our guests, thank you so much. Let's give it a round of applause to our guests or a wave. Woohoo! We appreciate you guys. Thank you. And thank you, consultants. This was awesome. Thank you for each consultant that chose to be on tonight, but also those of you that shared. I love it that you looked things up, and I was totally taking notes. And so this was a great thing. So again, guests, make sure that you send a picture of your wish list and your tic-tac-toe board. Did anyone get a tic-tac-toe? Anyway, okay. So make sure you send that, and I'm going to stay on. I'm going to stop recording now, but you are welcome to stay on for the after party, or consultants, make sure you follow up with your guests. And you guys take care. God bless. And it was great to have you here tonight. So glad you're on.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good night.